Hello students, today we will talk about iteration method, which is also known as fixed point iteration method. So suppose we have function fx is equal to 0, then what we do in first step, first of all change the function in equivalent form. Fx is equal to 0 can be written like x is equal to 5x. Okay, rewrite the equation fx is equal to 0 in an equivalent form, x is equal to 5x. Why we do like this? Suppose let fx is equal to, suppose we have this function, okay, x plus 5x plus 1 equal to 0, okay, then we can write this function as x is equal to x cube plus 1 divided by 5, first way. Second way, x cube is equal to 5x minus 1, x can be written in terms of 5x minus 1 whole power 1 by 3. In third way what we do, we have x cube minus 5x plus 1 equal to 0, okay, it can be written x square 5x minus 1, so x is equal to 5x minus 1 divided by x whole power 1 by 2. So finding a root means finding a root of any function fx is equal to 0 is same as finding a number alpha such that alpha is equal to phi of alpha, okay, where this is the a fixed point of function f, okay. Point fixed point, suppose we have function like this, okay, then fixed point means what? Something, this is the fixed point of the curve, this and this is the function y is equal to x, and this is y is equal to fx, okay. So these are the fixed points, and this also, okay. In formal way, what is the definition of fixed point? A fixed point is a point x such that fx is equal to x. Is it okay? So in next step we talk about iteration method. So iteration method is written as xi plus 1, I plus 1th iteration phi of xi, where I is equal to 1 0 1 2 3, okay. The function phi x is called, this function phi x is called iteration function, okay. So start with initial approximation. Suppose x naught is the initial approximation, then x1 can be calculated like this, x1 is equal to phi of x naught, okay. Similarly x2 is equal to phi of x1, and so on and so forth. So in the next step, question is which phi x is the iteration function. This is the main part of our discussion, because we can write fx is equal to 0 in many ways. We have seen earlier, if we randomly choose this function phi x, then there is no guarantee of convergence of iterative method. So what is the condition of convergence? Here we discuss what is the condition of convergence. Condition of convergence. Okay, so we have function, let fx is equal to 0 is the function, be the function, rewritten in iteration function as how we write x is equal to phi of x. Then if modulus value of first derivative of x at some point x naught is less than 1, then the iterative method is applicable and it will converge where x naught belongs to interval I. Okay, this is interval. So we can easily discuss about its proof. What is its proof? So let x is equal to alpha be a root of fx is equal to 0, and let I be an interval containing the point x is equal to alpha, and let I be the interval containing the point alpha, that means alpha belongs to I. Okay, is it clear? Let in the next step, let phi x and phi dash x be continuous in I. Okay, since x is equal to alpha, since x is equal to alpha is the root of equation x is equal to phi of x. Okay, it implies alpha is equal to phi of alpha from fixed point theorem. Okay, then the first approximation is what is x1 is equal to phi of x naught. Okay, so let us assume this equation as 2 and this is as 1. So from 1 minus 2, what we get, alpha minus x1 is equal to phi of alpha minus phi of x naught. Okay, or alpha minus x1 equal to alpha minus x naught phi dash alpha naught, where alpha naught lies between x naught and alpha. This is from mean value theorem. Okay, is it clear? In the next step, minus phi of x naught, okay, or alpha minus x1 equal to alpha minus x naught phi dash alpha naught, where alpha naught lies between x naught and alpha. This is from mean value theorem. Okay, is it clear? In the next step, what we do, similarly, in the next step, alpha minus x2 is equal to what? Alpha minus x1 phi dash of alpha 1, x1 alpha 1 lies between x1 and alpha. Okay, is it clear? In the next step, similarly, alpha minus x3, which is equal to alpha minus x2 phi dash alpha 2, where alpha 2 lies between x2 and alpha. In the same manner, we proceed. Finally, we get alpha minus xn plus 1 is equal to alpha minus xn into phi dash of alpha n, where alpha n lies between xn and alpha. Okay, is it clear? Finally, multiplying all these terms, all these equation, what we get finally, multiplying all these, we obtain what we get. This will cancel from this in the same manner, and last what we get, alpha minus xn plus 1 is equal to alpha minus x naught phi dash x naught phi dash alpha naught alpha 1 phi dash alpha n. Okay, in the next step, we assume let modulus value of phi dash alpha I is less than some quantity c. Okay, so in the next step, what we get, then modulus value of alpha minus xn plus 1 is less equal to alpha minus x naught modulus of c to the power n plus 1. Okay, here I choose modulus value of this is less than capital C. Okay, so for the convergence, what we have to do for convergence, Cn plus 1 must be tends to 0 as n tends to infinity. Then what? C must be less than that is C less than 1. Okay, that implies phi dash of alpha I less than C less than 1. Okay, for all alpha I belongs to interval, then convergent. Is it clear? That is the proof of convergence condition. This is the proof. In the next step, so up to here we have discussed about fixed point and condition of convergence. So now we implement, suppose we have question fx is equal to x cube minus 5x plus 1, f0 is equal to what? 0 minus 0 plus 1, which is greater than 0, and f1 is equal to 1 minus 5 plus 1 is equal to minus 3, which is less than 0. It implies f0 into f1, which is less than 0. Okay, so we have three functions we have seen earlier. This function can be written in iteration form and like this, and like this. This is the three form of function x cube minus 5x plus 1. Okay, so 5x is equal to what? X cube plus 1 upon 5, and second 5x is equal to 5x minus 1 whole to the power 1 by 3, and 5x is equal to under root 5x minus 1 divided by x. Okay, so here we take interval I is equal to 0 1. Okay, in first case phi of x is equal to what? X cube plus 1 divided by 5. X belongs to 0 1. Okay, then phi dash of x, what we get? 3x square upon 5. Then modulus value of this thing is is equal to modulus value of 3x square upon 5, which is less equal to 1 for all x belongs to 0 1. It is obvious, you can check. Hence the method is convergent to the root in interval 0 1. So then by the iteration method, what is the condition? If this derivative, modulus of derivative phi dash of x is less than 1, then we can apply the iteration method xi plus 1 is equal to phi of xi, and this will converge. So the method is convergent, hence converges to a root in interval 0 1. Okay, how we will check? From the iteration method we know xi plus 1 is equal to phi of xi. Okay, which is equal to, what is our phi x cube plus 1 divided by 5. So phi of xi is equal to xi cube plus 1 divided by 5. Okay, then x1 is equal to what? 1 plus 1 upon 5 is equal to 0.4. Similarly x2 is equal to 0.2128, I have already calculated, and similarly x3 is equal to 0.20193, x4 is equal to 0.20165, and x5 is equal to 0.20164, repeated up to 4 decimal I mean. So we stop here, and the root is root x is equal to x5, which is approximately equal to 0.20164. Phi of x is equal to 5x minus 1 whole to the power 1 by 3. X is equal to 1 is the initial approximation. So in the next step, what is the initial approximation? I mean x naught. So xk plus 1 is equal to 5xk minus 1 divided by 1 to the power 1 upon 3. In the same way, we can calculate x1. x1 is equal to what? 5x naught minus 1 to the power 1 upon 3. Okay. So what is x1? x1 is equal to 5 into 1 minus 1 power 1 by 3, which is equal to 1.5874. x2 equal to 1.9072. x3 equal to 2.0434. x4 equal to 2.0968. But it is continuously going beyond to 1. It is clear. So clearly does not converge. It does not converge to root in 0 1. Okay. Why it does not converge? Let's have a look. Because what is the function? We have phi of x. In second case, 5x minus 1 whole to the power 1 by 3. Okay. So check what is phi dash x. Phi dash is equal to 1 upon 5 upon 3. What is this? 5x minus 1 whole to the power 2 by 3. Is it okay? Clearly it is. This is our first derivative of function. Clearly when it is less than 1, when x is close to 1, okay, or greater than 1, otherwise in the interval. So convergent is not guaranteed. Okay, need not be convergent. In the same way, what is our third function? Phi of x is equal to this one, 5x minus 1 divided by x. What is its first derivative? This is 1 upon 2x 3 by 2, 5x minus 1, 1 upon 2. Okay, is it clear? Here also phi dash of x modulus value, here also modulus value, three by 2, 5x minus 1, 1 upon 2, which is less than 1 when x is close to 1, I mean near to 1, close to 1, greater than 1 and otherwise. So not convergent to the root in 0 1. So not convergent to the root in 0 1. Okay, let me check whether it is convergent or not. So what is our formula? Xi plus 1 is equal to phi of xi. So what? This is 5xi minus 1 divided by xi. Here also let initial approximation is equal to 1. Then x1 is equal to 2. What is x2? x2 I have calculated already, 2.1213. x3 2.1280. x4 2.1284. clearly it go beyond the point 0 1. We are getting the point approximation here, so which does not converge to root in 0 1. Does not converge to the root in 0 1. Is it clear? So